Again, Hamlin here, retired Marine, and I'm the Government External Affairs Director for the Marine Corps' Western Region here aboard Camp Pendleton. So for Camp Pendleton, currently due to the increase in the Delta variant throughout Riverside, Orange, and San Diego counties, we've elevated our health protection condition to what's called Bravo Plus. And essentially, this elevated condition puts in place a number of mitigation measures to protect both the force as well as the families and folks associated with the installation here. One part of that, per the SecDec's guidance, all federal employees and service members are required to wear masks when indoors, whether vaccinated or not. And we're also looking at additional measures under consideration that include things like limiting the capacity for gyms, the commissary, shopping outlets, and such, as well as looking at limiting access to the base for folks that are affiliated with DoD but necessarily don't have a specific purpose to be on the base. So more to follow if some of those things go into effect. Two last points. Most of you may have seen in the news that the Secretary of Defense has received authorization from the President to mandate vaccination for all service members now that the Pfizer vaccine has received FDA approval. So here on Pendleton, we have a plan in place ready to execute that will vaccinate remaining uniformed personnel aboard the installation and really throughout the region that have not previously taken advantage of receiving that vaccine shot yet. And then lastly, you may have heard some rumblings and noise in the vicinity of Marietta, where I reside as well. So our boom report, most recent one, has indirect fire activity within our ranges continuing through about midnight on Friday evening. Pending your questions, that's all I have.
Thank you as always, JJ. And as always, for at least for the boom reports, I do highly recommend you either follow Camp Pendleton on their social media page, and then I also know Hilden is really good about sharing the booms on the Southwest Riverside County Military Affairs Committee page as well. So great to know about Friday there. Thank you, JJ. So from our committee here, do we have any questions for JJ on Camp Pendleton? Forever hold your peace. Thank you, JJ. All right. So with that, and I know things are a little wild as they are on Pendleton over at March Air Reserve Base right now. Michelle Tapscott does like to pop in towards the end of the meeting sometimes for a March Air Reserve Base update. So we will adjust to that if that is the case. But at this point, I'm extremely excited and proud to announce someone that is just an absolute inspiration in our community. The most local of military resources for sure, which I think is a great opportunity to obviously bring her to this committee. Please give a Military Affairs Committee welcome to our wonderful, and again, right in our backyard, Raven Hilden, CEO and founder of MilVet. Raven, good afternoon to you.
Thank you, Mike. And thank you for the opportunity today to present. Obviously, world events are a little crazy right now, so I kind of had a little more upbeat thing, and I'm not feeling so upbeat, but I'm going to do my best. And I have a presentation. I'll see if I can share my screen with you and give you kind of a quick overview about what MilVet does. And I also wanted to share some great upcoming community outreach events with you all too. So let's see. Okay. Can everybody see that? All right. So MilVet stands for Military and Veteran Support Services. We are a local nonprofit serving Southwest Riverside County and beyond, and also our deployed troops worldwide. Let's see. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. And everybody asked how I got started. I started the nonprofit almost 6 years ago as a way to connect the community to local resources in the area. I used to work for the state Senate and Assembly as a field representative and doing some casework. So I was able to see a lot of the benefits that were out there that may not have been reaching the population as much as I would like to have seen, and a way to kind of bring our government and our nonprofit resources together into one place. So it started with a website and turned into an amazing group of volunteers that all have a huge heart. And, you know, our goal is to share resources with those looking for them, with the nonprofits and the entities that specialize in those. And then we kind of pick up where there may be gaps. Like it started with a World War II Marine. He was having difficulties in his house. His floor was just really messed up. His water wasn't running. He wasn't able to get hearing aids. It was really sad. So, you know, we reached out to some local organizations that weren't able to kind of help as quickly as he really needed. So we just kind of rallied up the troops per se and replaced his flooring, got him new hearing aids, and really took care of him. So that's kind of how it kicked off there. And then we've just done so much since then. And I have a huge heart for the military. That's my husband on the left. Marine Corps, and then the rest are all my family members. I have a lot more, but I didn't want to fill up the slide. I have family out there on March. I have family on Pendleton. So my heart is definitely with our military. And then I'm not going to go through all this, but it's turned into, you know, something truly amazing. We've been recognized in a lot of different places and organizations, and it's just really my passion. It's our passion to be able to give back in any way we can. So what do? We support our veterans locally and our deployed troops worldwide. So we provide veteran support services. That's either through referrals or just assisting where we can. I'll get into that a little bit more. We have a MilVet Strong program, Holidays for Heroes, and our military care package program, which is by far our largest program. And then we also assist with community outreach events, whether we host them or we like to partner with great organizations to help out with those. So veteran resource assistance, that's kind of referral assistance. And like during COVID, we definitely stepped up to help our military families with emergency food, hygiene supplies. We delivered items to their house, especially with a lot of our older veterans who were shut in, infant and baby supplies, and our homeless veterans, which, you know, you would think that we shouldn't have any, but we do. Actually, last night, I just met with one of our families who's been staying in a motel in Menifee and helped out. There's a 14-year-old boy there, and helped him with school supplies and some clothing for the new year. We're trying to work with organizations to kind of get them out of their situation. It's very complex and dynamic. You know, we're not working alone on this, but in the meantime, we're just trying to make sure that they have basic necessities while they're being housed. And then also we support our deployed families. We ship care packages, but we also don't want to forget about their families here at home who may be struggling as a single parent, or, you know, looking for resources or maybe things that they qualify for. We've helped with homecomings, helping get them, you know, out to San Diego to meet their loved one, and just, you know, anything that we can do to help support. And then we also provide nonprofit support. So with our care package program, we have a few partnerships with some different organizations where we get donations in that we can't ship overseas, such as maybe food and supplies that might expire, within a month and a half or 2 months. We don't ever want to ship anything that's going to be, expired out there. So those items we donate back to the community, to veterans, their families, and other nonprofits, such as the veteran villages, our local VFWs, and just try to, support where we can. And then we do our local resource and outreach events. So that's anything from resource expos, which I'll be sharing quite a few that are coming up. We also hosted a very large barbecue a couple of months ago. With the shutdown, a lot of our veterans were, especially the older ones, were, at home and hadn't been out for over a year. And it's rough, psychologically. I mean, it's rough for everybody, but we partnered with Dickies and a couple other organizations and just invited them, their families out, because it's our veterans, have their support system, and we want them to be with them too. So they brought out their families, their kids, and we didn't charge anything, and provided Dickies and grilled up some hot dogs, and just had a good old fashioned barbecue, just to kind of just support them, get them out of their house, and get them connecting. So our MilVet Strong program is in partnership with Progressive Health and Performance, our local gym in Marietta. And through that, it provides free and low cost fitness and rehabilitation services to those who qualify. So pretty much it is what it says it is. If there's anybody that can't afford services, or sometimes, it's a little rough to get chiropractic care, or things like that through the VA, or even just, through the channels, there's limited visits. So we wanted to find a way to make sure that they can get in, and whether it's, help them with some pain, or just to help them get fit. We have some pretty cool testimonials about, some people that definitely are feeling a lot better by being able to have access to that. And then during the holidays, we have our Holidays for Heroes program. Last year, we provided over 500 gifts to kids with, and we took special requests. Like, we kind of want to know what they like. We don't want to, give, some of the kids a ball when they're a little more techie, so it was super fun. We had the Temecula Fire Department come out with us, and they dressed up as Santa and just rolled up. And I mean, each kid had at least 5 gifts. It was absolutely amazing. We had someone else in the community with his fire truck, and we lost him this year. I'm so sad, but it really was a beautiful thing. And then the families that needed food and other supplies, especially with COVID last year, then we also, packed up some food and just extra things to support the family as well. And then onto our military care package program. We ship care packages out every month, and we didn't stop at all, even during COVID. I mean, when we couldn't get together, we had some remote packings to stay safe. But for the last almost 6 years, what we do is it's all through referrals. So it makes us a little different than some of the other ones. We don't just ship to a base. They're all individual. So the referrals are from family, friends, other military members, and they can request special things. So, maybe it's baby wipes, maybe for females, it's female items, because, different places in the world require kind of different things. And some people miss their Chips Ahoy and Oreos, whereas other ones, they're just like, no, we just want, nutritious stuff and protein powder and stuff like that. So we do that, and we partner with different organizations in the community. We invite them to come out and pack with us. They can collect items where they're at. They can sponsor a package to help with shipping costs. And then we partner with youth in the community as well. So Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, school groups, to write letters. And the goal is, one, to get them the things that they need, but 2, to let them know that the community is supporting them while they're gone. And how we do that is each person on our list will receive a package every month for the entire duration of their deployment. So if they're deployed 6 months, they're going to get a minimum of 6 boxes. And I say minimum because it's at least one a month. And if they're deployed for a couple years, which we have those too, then they'll get a box every single month at no cost to them, their families, any of that stuff. It's all through community support. And it's really an amazing thing. A lot of them are from our area. And then when they come back, they know, kind of where to go for resources. They know who, that the community has, isn't forgetting them and are supporting them where they are. It's just some pictures. We get letters back a lot, especially when kids write to them. I know that's super special. And then, we've had Best Buy and different organizations come out as a team project, just to get together and we have fun doing it. It's serious business, but it's also kind of a way to bring the community together. We have seniors and youth that get involved. We have different community groups. We have veterans who volunteer with us. And then sometimes when they come back from deployment, then they come back and they share, the impact that the packages had on them while they were gone, which is super special. So this just kind of shows different ways to get involved. Writing letters. We even have an online link for those who aren't getting out. They can type the letter out and we will print it and put it in the box for them. And it doesn't cost anything, of course. And then partnering with different groups, becoming a corporate sponsor. Our shipping costs are over $15,000 annually. That doesn't include the items in the packages. I mean, we ship a lot of boxes. And then if you know anybody who's deployed, and we're getting a ton of requests right now, obviously, with, world events, then you can sign them up for care packages. We never share addresses with anybody, even our volunteers. I'm kind of the keeper of that one. And it's super secure. We don't even share your information. You just put their information, things that they, might need. And then they're on our list every month till they come back. And then here's a link for our testimonials. And then on to events. I'm almost done here. So we have a ton of stuff coming up. These are our military care packing events coming up. This month we're shipping out on the second Wednesday of each month, and it's kind of different locations because we want to, be safe with COVID. And so a lot of them we've been trying to do outdoors with a little more space. We super appreciate the Marietta Innovation Center. We love them to death, and they support us big time, but it is indoors. So our next one is going to be September 8th at the corporate room. That's indoors too. It's a little bit bigger, but then our November and December packings are going to be outside. And then on to events. September 4th, we're partnering with the VFW for the Veterans First Fair. And we're going to have a lot of different organizations there. Sheriff Chad Bianco will be speaking, Grant Gosh from the Riverside County VA. We're going to have VA claims representative on site to assist with any claim questions. We'll have the Marine Corps League, Navy Corps will be there with the booth. I believe Senator Melinda's office will be there as well with CalVet books and questions about any state issues. So that's gonna be a good one. And then I know Amanda's here today, but I just wanted to share in case she wasn't. They're having their Veterans Expo October 22nd at Monteleone Meadows. That's going to be pretty big. I know they've been working pretty hard on it. They're partnering with Assemblyman Sayorto's office. Definitely don't want to miss that one. And then I am working with the Marietta Rotary for their Field of Honor Veteran Resource Expo. If you haven't been there, it's a 7-day event. It's absolutely amazing what they do. They have a Marine Corps ball, they do a parade, but their opening day is where they have their speakers come out and they do some presentations for our military. And MilVet is planning the the Veteran Resource Expo portion of that. That's November 4th from 10 to 2. So I'm still looking for great vendors for that one. So if you're interested, please reach out to me. And then we have a lot of other stuff coming up. We have a fun rockabilly rally. That's going to be rad. We do fun things too. And we're going to have a veterans golf tournament. We're going to be honoring a lot of veterans from our community. That's December 3rd. And then of course we'll have our holiday program for our families and the kids, in addition to our care packages. And so there's my information. If any of you would like to reach out to me, I think I know many of you, and I want to thank you to Military Affairs Committee for the opportunity, and for all of you in this group. This is one of my favorite groups right here, because you guys are all doers, and just an amazing group of people making a difference in the community. And then definitely want to thank those who have served and are serving currently, and those families today. Yeah. So thank you very much. And I'm here for any questions you might have.
Thank you so much, Raven. And actually, I was going to say, can you go back to your contact slide, and we'll just keep the contact slide up?
Oh, sure.
Because Raven is truly a force for good here in the community, and I highly recommend for those who have not connected with Raven yet to do so. As you can tell, she is incredibly busy, and there's always some way to make a direct positive impact on either an active service member or a veteran. So again, there's her contact info there. Now I'm going to shut up and open it up to the wonderful folks here that are in the room. If you'd like to ask Raven a question, go ahead and raise your hand. I'll call on you, and then you can ask her directly. Terrence? Also, there is a raise your hand button too, just so you know.
I think it's muted. There he is.
Hi, Raven. Nice
Hi
to
there.
see you.
Thanks.
Question one, do you know of our upcoming military appreciation night at the ballpark on Saturday?
I do not.
All right, well, we need to talk offline because you're there. It's going to be on us to help use our platform to get the word out there. You know, we're going to have a packed house of full veterans and local community members, so you got to be there. You're gonna benefit, and we're gonna benefit. So we got to talk.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for doing
I will
that.
be texting you. Or is this your cell phone?
Yeah, you can text me there.
I will be texting you like in 5 minutes.
Perfect. Thanks.
Yep.
Terrence, you said question one. Is there a question two?
Oh, is there anything I can do to help?
Sure. We'll talk about that. Definitely. Because I know we've kind of talked with the storm before about maybe helping with homecomings for some of our troops coming back. I think we could coordinate something there too. That might be fun.
Yeah, I mean, to put it out there, that's great content, and like our community needs to see that and like embrace that, and so they can give their part, which is their attention and time. So I'm down to help be a part of that memory and using our platform to showcase that to this community.
Very cool. Thank you for what you guys are doing.
For sure.
I had a question, Mike.
Go for it.
Hey, Raven, Josh with Altura. You mentioned a few events, the Veterans Expo in October, and then the first annual, I believe there was another event. I didn't catch the date. Are you looking for anything for support of that event? I mean, is there like sponsorship opportunities to be involved, or yeah?
Yeah, definitely. So I know the one on the 4th is coming up pretty quick. And I think we're just looking for nonprofits to come out for that. Next year, we're planning to make that one a lot bigger. We just wanted to be able to get the resources out right away, especially with a lot of the stuff going on in the community right now and all over the world. But the Field of Honor one, I know that they're looking for sponsorship. So there are definitely opportunities for that.
Great. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can you go back to that slide real quick? I just wanted to pull some information from that flyer. I think it was back to, let's see. If not, no worries. I can look
cool.
it up. No biggie.
Right here?
Yes. I have the Field of Honor. It's the one where I think it was right before.
Okay, let's see. No.
Maybe one right
I know
before.
there's an easier way to do this, but this one here, is it the veteran?
Looks like the one MSJC. Yep, that one there. Perfect.
MSJC one is right before this one.
So that was October 22nd.
Yeah, this is a senator and assemblyman's here.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
then all of these
thank you.
they're all on our website too. If you go to milvet.org, right on our homepage, I have a lot of flyers on there too about upcoming events. It's a great way to kind of stay current too.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. And to Mike in the chat there, all of our meetings are recorded. So any of the meetings that have happened, especially this year, in the actual calendar invite that you get on a monthly basis, there's like a block of links there that have like our resources and also a link to the YouTube channel with all of the meetings that were recorded this year. So you can go back and check them all out. All right, any other questions?
I have a question, Mike. Hey, Raven, it's Bruce Long with Perfecto Coffee. How are you?
Hi, Bruce.
Hey, I saw the golf date up there, and I tried to get the date real quick. Do you mind going back to that
It's
slide
December
real quick?
3rd.
December 3rd. Okay.
Yeah, and we're working on finalizing the flyer, hopefully this week or definitely by the end of next week.
Good to go. I was at the golf tournament before COVID. Great event. I love to come out again. I'll contact you offline and see if we can make that work.
For sure. Love to have you there.
And thank you for what you're doing, Raven. You're doing an outstanding job. God bless you.
Thank you, Bruce. Bruce saved me at a golf tournament a couple of years ago. We were stranded out there and he just rolled up in a golf cart and hauled us around and rescued us. Super appreciate it.
No worries. Big salute to you.
Hey, Raven, Bradley Garner at Workshops for Warriors. New guy here, but I want you to know that I'm a 909 guy, so you're going to get a call from a 909 number later on. Don't be surprised that somebody from San Diego is giving you a ring, but I'd love to participate, love to help out where we can, and tell you a little bit more about our program as well on the not-for-profit side and see what we can do to help.
Love to connect. I'll be looking forward to it.
You can see my LinkedIn already. I've already sent it to you.
Oh, all right. You're on it. Thanks. And then I know I'm going to be seeing Michael from Navy Federal today. I haven't seen Michael yet on here.
Hello, here I am.
There he is.
Hey, yeah, we're looking forward to having you come by today. So we got a good donation here for you. We're waiting for your pickup. So we'll chat more. I'm saving some of my questions for when you come in.
All right, you rock. Thank you guys. And I know they have some ties for our veterans too. So I'll be bringing those out for some of our events. So very cool, very appreciated.
Excellent. So with that, I love seeing this every month. I mean, the entire principle of this was bringing everybody together, and it just it's inspiring. I always freak out before the event. I'm like, oh my God, but it's so great to see it happening in person. And Hilden and I have been just talking about it as you guys are connecting. It warms my heart. That's the whole point of this, was to bring everyone together. So I love it. So everybody help me celebrate Raven. Even though you guys have already done a great job of celebrating everything that Raven is. She is fantastic. I'm glad we all agree. I'm glad there were some new connections that could be made from that. So Raven, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you, guys.
Love it. All right. So with that, just for interest of time, I want to make sure we keep this succinct but effective. Next up, and I know there's a lot of force for good here. Do we have any community members that want to bring anything up to the group? Or are there any events that you'd like to have on our radar? I know Raven covered a lot of the ones that are on our radar, like the Veteran Expos and things of that nature. But Terrence, if you want to shamelessly plug the event going on at the Storm there, maybe a little bit more, that's a good place to probably start, right?
Let's do it.
Go for it.
All right, so this upcoming Saturday at Storm Stadium, we are hosting the San Jose Giants, Class A affiliate of the San Francisco Giants. And they're a pretty good team. But at the end of the day, we're going to use that day as an opportunity to, get engaged with the captive audience, to, give all we got to this military community. We definitely need your guys' help. The game starts at 6:05 and gates open at 5 o'clock. Tickets are free for all active and retired military with the ID. And again, tickets are free. Thanks to our sponsors. I know Anderson Chevy is one of them, and Front Wave Credit Union is the big one. So if anybody would like to join or know more, please reach out to me. I would love to be a host, take you guys around the stadium to showcase, our events and our other vendors. But long story short, we're going to have lots of fun at the stadium. We're going to do our best to, recognize some veterans and have fun.
Rock and roll. Thanks, Terrence. And if you've got a link, don't be shy in the chat there. Make sure to drop it if you haven't already.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. And I always encourage everyone to save the chat after the meeting as well, because a lot of times there's interpersonal connections that are happening there too, and I don't want you to end up losing the contact there. So with that, any other events coming up? Any topics you'd like to discuss? Any action that we can take in the community today? Okay. Now with that, actually, I'm going to leave I'm just curious because I see we have Brad here coming up from San Diego. Brad, do you know if anyone from Nikiso Crowdclip is connected with your organization there? I just saw one of their leadership in the office here, and I forgot to bug him about it.
I'm not aware of it. I came here from General Atomics, so I've been in the seat 3 weeks. I haven't even broke it all the way in yet. So if you have anybody there, I'll throw my email in and be more than happy to connect with them and kind of share information back and forth and see if we can help each other.
Excellent. I'll be frank. I brought you guys up specifically because I know there's a lot of need for what you guys do here in the area. So I have a feeling that there'll be some good connections there. So dearly appreciate you being here with us again. So
no, absolute honor to be here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Brad. And if you guys didn't know, Workshop for Warriors was our speaker from last month there. So shameless plug again, if you'd like to. You can always see the speakers that we have on the link that is actually in the calendar invite that goes out. So if you want to kind of familiarize yourself, or even better yet, connect with some of those organizations, being the convener is the sole purpose of what we're doing here. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap everything up. Shameless plug alert. Coming up in September, we have the big entrepreneur panel presentation. It'll be virtual, similar to this. Everything we do here is virtual. Because we have, folks from San Diego that come up, and then also from Riverside and down. We want to just make sure we're, kind of migrating everything to our local community here. So with that, that is September 29th. That is it. I got a frog. September 29th at 1200. The link will be going out. Our presenters will be Matt Wiggins, CEO from VetFran. If you're not familiar with VetFran, they are amazing. They do discounted franchises and are actually headed up by the International Franchise Association. They're a national organization and are absolutely amazing. We'll also have the CEO from Rosie Network doing a presentation with us. Mark Sigmund, who is a veteran that uses the entrepreneur, programs, and then one bonus special guest that we'll be announcing very, very soon here. So I hope to see you. Make sure to keep an eye on the email. That'll be coming out here in the near future. And then also, if there's anyone that is not at the table here that you'd like to see, please put them in touch with us. I'd be more than happy to get the invite out. I'm a firm believer that, the more perspectives that we have, at least, in this entire Southwest region and Southern California region, the more effective that we can be. So if you could, I'd like to adjourn this meeting. in the memory of the families in Kabul. While we're all aware of the situation in Afghanistan, as reports tell us of a new tragedy at the Kabul airport, and our hearts are with the families and the coworkers of those who lost their lives. So I'd like to adjourn this meeting in their memory.
Amen. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you all.